Well, my name is Kayambi MUSAFIRI. I'm a filmmaker from Rwanda, and I do filmmaking for a living. Well, actually, I started cinema since 2010, and I was invited to submit my work to Tribeca Film Institute in the United States. Later on, the film was selected, and I did the film. I showed the film for the next year. For the next year, it was in 2011, and the film was actually premiered to Tribeca Film Festival in 2011. So after that, I kept up, and I worked on different projects, including international and local film projects. And later on, I came up with a feature documentary project, which I took to Durban Film Art during the Durban International Film Festival. Last year, it was in 2014, and there I won a prize for Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie. But now I'm here for my short film that was supported by Etisal Film Fund. It's a new fund from Egypt. And I'm just here because of them, because they supported my work. I'm actually inspired by my history, actually. I'm inspired by my history, the way I survived during a genocide. That's actually the first thing that I get some inspiration, and the way how we Rwandans, we are trying to forgive those who killed people, those who massacred people, and how we are trying to move on. We are trying to build a better country together. Well, the story is about a young man who fell in love with another lady, but they lived in an environment of conflicts that's sometimes caused by the government decisions and politics in our African countries. So later on, the guy, while he was following the girl that he loves, he just fell into another story that was very interesting to him. Actually, the guy used to dream that he would be a journalist, so he used to keep the camera always in his life, let's say in class, and in entire life he had the camera that he was trying to capture all the situations of schools and other stuff. So it's in that situation that he fall into another story, which was the story of exposing all Rwandans who are living actually in Tanzania. It's a incident that happens between Tanzania and Rwanda in 2013, like in August, where all Rwandans had to they were kicking out all Rwandans who were mostly living in Tanzania during that time. So it was like they actually, most of them went there because I did some research about the topic, and I just found out that most of the Rwandans were going there during 1959, when the Hutu government's ethnic group were taking over the government in Rwanda. So some Tutsis and some other people had to flee the country. They went to sit in Tanzania and the other different neighboring countries. So actually, that's the story. The story turns on decisions that made by politics and that can affect the young generation.
kureba umupira biramushimisha.
Yewe
kera nakundaga gukina umupira.
Iki gihe wowe cyane cyane urimo ubu akaba yitekereza cyane cyane ku mashuri yawe, ugakora ibizamini byawe ugatsinda, ugatekereza ku buzima bw'ejo hazaza. Ibyiza ni uko watekereza ku biri imbere.
Actually, I define my cinema as the way of climbing from one level to another. I define my cinema as the way of expressing my emotions and feelings. I also define my cinema as the way of telling how I feel today and how I'll be feeling tomorrow. Because mostly cinema can, to me, I don't know how many films that I will do in the future. I'm so young and I just want to do more films, but I do believe that maybe after 50 years or 60 years, I'll be, turning back and see what I've done and what, I know that I will just keep that memory, that what pushed me to do such project, what pushed me to do such film. So I actually define cinema as the way of keeping archives of my life, of my colleagues' life, of my country, of my nation. So it's a way of keeping all those memories. Well, the cinema in my country is now getting better and it's getting very big because there are some institutions that understand what we are doing. Even though the financial means it's still a problem, but we have different other ways that we get fund and that we get our films made, because I would not say that we have full financial support from my country. Yeah, but there is something that they do for us, and there is some facilities that they provide for African filmmakers, and that's why actually there are lots. I would say that they are now in a lot of Rwandan filmmakers in this festival. I think it's a very good thing and it's a very important thing, because we are trying to build our filmmaking industry in Rwanda. I do have feature projects. So I have a feature documentary that I'm writing on, the feature documentary that got the prize from DFM in Durban. I also have a feature film that I'm thinking about. So I don't do anything else except filmmaking. So I'm actually seeing myself here as someone who got a good opportunity, and that opportunity would not just go like that, but people to see what I'm capable to do, or what's the story we have in our country, so that they can be interested in our story. Le cinéma, c'est sur Afrique 24.